Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your April 2020 tarot card reading. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Aries season. And what a season it is shaping out to be, right? Whew. Okay, so for you guys, you have the sun coming into the 6th house. And the very first card that comes out is the Knight of Coins. And the Knight of Coins is connected with Virgo, and Virgo is the ruler of the 6th house. So that's how it all kind of ties in for you. So this is all about work. This is all about taking care of yourself and cleaning up loose ends. And I know a lot of us are still doing the social distancing thing as much as possible. So we're indoors a lot. We're, staying out of, all the restaurants and gyms and everything are closed. So we're very confined. And yet I think this is a really great place for Scorpio to be on an individual scale, because no matter what has happened to you, okay, in light of all of this, there is still a large amount of creativity and productivity to be found. And I think you do. I think you really tap into that productivity and you kind of sit down and you say, I don't like how my fate was so impacted by the external world. And I see that you are internalizing a lot of things and starting to take accountability and responsibility for things. That's the nature of the Knight of Coins. He wears a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and he really makes sure that there is no person, no thing, no world event has this much power over them. So I think a lot of you are going to start getting ideas for new businesses, new revenue streams, new things that you can do during this time. I know a lot of you are still working, like you're working from home or whatever. I know a lot of you are still doing that, but I suspect it's really stirring you up because the environment is the Tower. Now, it's no surprise that the Tower is coming out. Actually, it came out twice. 3 times if you count me shuffling and preparing the comprehensive cards, because as I was doing that, it also flew out. But I didn't pull it because I'm not ready to pull the cards yet. But so technically, it did come out 3 times in a row. So we know the Tower is the world, the state of the world right now, where we thought we were growing and the economy was growing and the stock market was growing and all these things were getting better and better and, whatever. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, it just gets taken away from us, which is what Pisces is so good at doing. Like, is it a surprise that it happened during Pisces season when Saturn was at the 29th degree? No, it's not. Like, it's totally not a surprise. And in Vedic astrology, we had the North and South Node enter into 2 of the most destructive, nakshatras that there ever possibly could be. So, it made sense that it had to happen. And the Tower is coming out and saying, don't worry, Scorpio, this is totally your vibe. This is where you thrive. Because, is it any wonder why we have so many Scorpio doctors in the ER? Or in trauma centers? No, it's not a surprise because this is where you thrive. And it's an opportunity for you to really sit back and to really ask yourself where you lost a little bit of your power and how you can get it back. And where you were a little too reliant on the external world or too reliant on another person, too reliant on a company, and really take the power back. And I see you doing that with enthusiasm, Knight of Coins. I see you doing that with a sense of wonderment and an opportunistic kind of mindset. Like, great, how can I turn this around, right? How can I turn it around? The first card that came out in the 9-card block was, again, the Tower. Now, I know a lot of people have been requesting to see the cards while I talk about them, so I'm going to put a picture of the 9-card block so you can kind of follow along and see how everything is situated in relation to one another, just to kind of make it easier, hopefully, for you guys. So the first card, Tower, okay, we just talked about it. But the thing that I love about this is how right next to it and right below it, right, we have the 2 of Wands and we have the 9 of Coins. If there's ever a time for opportunity, it's now. And I'm not saying to go out and, take advantage of people or, take advantage in a negative way, but you can take advantage in a positive way. This could just be the fire that you needed to get you to do those things that you've been thinking about doing for a really long time. Two of Wands is such a visualized place. It's a place where we sit there and we really ask ourselves what we want our world to look like, what we want our fate to really be, and how we really want to end up. And there's a strategy component with the Two of Wands as well, of like, okay, well, if I know where I want to go, and now I have the blank slate to really do it, because essentially there aren't really obstacles. And what you may perceive to be obstacles actually might be the clear path. That's the thing with the Tower, is it can be very deceiving, because we can look at it and be like, oh my God, look at all this stuff that's going wrong. Look at all the things I've lost. Look at the breakups and the hardships and the loss of jobs and the loss of money. But really, those may have been the things that have been keeping you from the real thing. That's what this reading is all about. This is about the real thing for Scorpio. No obstacles. There are no obstacles. Do not perceive the Tower as an obstacle. How can it be an obstacle when it's crashed down? It's not. So now you have an opportunity to really realign with your internal morals, your values, really aligning with the morality of the universe and the goodness of the universe. And you get to reinvent. I don't think Scorpio is really that scared. I think there's a lot of fear out there, but I don't think that's coming from too many Scorpios. I think Scorpio was like, damn, this is going to be kind of cool to see what happens, how humanity comes together, how I come together with people, how people start to, kind of come out of the fog or come out of the haze different, kind of like, Great Depression people, they came out of it different, and that might be a really good thing. And I know you're a little skeptical, and I know you still have some doubts and you have some insecurities that are surfacing. But the beautiful thing about the energy right now is it's like, okay, so I'm insecure, but maybe I don't really have a choice. Maybe I'm a little bit afraid to put myself out there, but maybe it doesn't really matter. And so I think that a lot of the things that you have been using as excuses to hold you back no longer hold weight. And the universe had to do that because it had to happen. It just had to do it because it had to happen. It needs you to really step into that purpose. It needs you to step into that role. Now, some of you already feel like you're doing it. Like as a Scorpio moon, I kind of feel like I'm kind of already doing it. But I'm also feeling the pressure to enhance it. So I think there's either an enhancing quality of doing what you're already doing, or a complete reinvention. And this is also a card of courage. And I know you have the courage to really do what you know you gotta do. And I know you gotta protect that as well. You gotta protect it. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your dream. You gotta protect your life, your timeline, your story. Now, directly under the Tower, like I was saying, we have the Nine of Coins. And I often see this as a phoenix rising energy. This is the success story of what happens when the phoenix rises. Because you rise to a place of absolute independence. You rise to a place of wealth and financial security, of having, people that you love, and being in a situation where your value is valuable. So for those of you who are really concerned about the workplace right now, and there's a lot of illumination on how you're earning money and things like that, whatever turns have occurred, whatever Tower moments have occurred, is an opportunity for you to rise. So this is you guys writing those books, starting those YouTube channels, starting those businesses, getting those Instagram accounts going, getting the clients that you really are wanting for, because it's what happens when you feel like you don't have anything left to lose, is you actually start winning. It's fearlessness. It's the scorpionic fearlessness. And I don't see Scorpio dwelling. Scorpio is in solution mode right now, like putting their head down, right? Knight of Coins, putting their head down and saying, okay, great, this is what I've got to work with. What can I make out of it? What can I do from this? What can I accomplish because of this? This is what happens like for successful people, that's the kind of mindset that they take on. They get into solution mode. And what's interesting is it's not like they are searching for or trying to make solutions happen. It's divinely inspired solutions. This is a very divinely inspired place, Two of Wands. It is. It really is. It's a place where you're channeling. You're channeling the information from your higher self. And we did get the Temperance card coming out here. So there is an element of angelic beings or guardians or guides that are very close to you right now. So you're channeling solutions. You're channeling ideas. And those things, if applied, application is the number one thing with the Knight of Coins, though. It's nothing if you keep it in an idea form. You have to bring it into reality. And for whatever reason, the universe is giving you the time and the space to do that. So there's an application notion. And from that, there will be prosperity, however you define prosperity. So in the very center of the reading, we have this Empress reversed. And then we also have this Queen of Cups reversed. Interestingly enough, when I pulled these out, I was feeling that Scorpio is going to have some issues with the feminine. And I know sometimes with tarot we say, okay, well, an Empress can be a male or a female. It doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I'm feeling just strong feminine energy. There are strong feminine people in your life. And they just are falling short. I don't know. Like this could be your mother. It could be a child, a sister, a best friend, a coworker, a boss. And there's something going on with them that I think is important for you to really separate yourself from. This is not solution mode. This is fear-mongering, hoarding, all those kinds of things. And I think that everyone is very impressionable right now. And I just don't want to see anyone leaving their negative mark on Scorpio. Because with the Nine of Coins, Knight of Coins, Two of Wands, and both Tower cards, this is where Scorpio really is trying to thrive. So if you kind of tap into any of the fear-mongering or whatever, it could hold you back. And these people might be important to you. I don't think it's you. I don't think that you're in a reversal position right now. Maybe some of you are. But if you are, it's important for you to really take a step back and ask yourself why you're in a reversal position, and ask yourself if that's really the best way to be going about this. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to come to the conclusion that no, it's probably not the best way to really be operating right now, that there are a lot of good things for you as an individual that can come out of it. Okay? You may feel powerless, but also don't make anyone else's powerlessness rub off on you. See, an Empress energy, when she's reversed, it can get very arrogant. It can be very holier than thou. And it can be the energy of someone who thinks they know best. And I just don't think they do. There's too much emotion coming on here. There's too much... Even a Queen of Coins, sorry, I'm kind of I keep gazing back at her. Let's just keep her back out here. Even with the Queen of Coins can be a real control freak when she's reversed. She can be hypersensitive, emotional, and not in the good way. It's okay to be emotional, but she's not emotional in a positive or productive way. She just kind of wallows when she's reversed, and she tries to micromanage. And you could be having managers and coworkers and things like that who are trying to micromanage and are in a state of damage control instead of using this time to reevaluate. If you're in a workplace with people like this and it's becoming unbearable and it's becoming really frustrating and there's fear about layoffs or whatever, honestly, it's probably in anyone's best interest to just let it happen. If you get laid off, it's probably because the universe needs your talent and skill applied elsewhere. It's probably because the universe or your higher self is saying, this road is officially over. And maybe it's something you've been thinking about for a long time anyway. The people who are clinging, the people who are grasping and trying to force things into a box are the people who are going to lose right now. The one thing I do love about the Scorpionic archetype is the Mars rulership, is how free and changeable it can be. Now, I know it's fixed water, but Mars, whenever he sets his sight on a new target, he just goes for that. And if there's an issue with this path, then he says, okay, well, that can't be my target anymore, or there could be another path toward my target. So let's not waste any time trying to get through obstacles. Let's just go around, and Mars can just be very quick to make decisions, very fast, very, amenable to, right? Let's deal with the thing and let's just get a solution really fast. This is not like that. This is a situation where people are really stuck on the obstacles and not in a good, healthy, productive way. Okay? I feel like I'm like a broken record here. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, you have this Temperance card, which is, of course, your guards, your guardians, your guides, your angels who are very close and really offering you a message of peace. Interesting how with the Tower, we get a message of peace. Peace be with you, Scorpio. Relax. It's okay. You don't need to control this. You don't need to feel like this is a reflection on you, right? You have to be able to chill out, because if you're not chill, you're going to be missing stuff. Remember what I said, this Two of Wands is a channeling opportunity. And if you're not listening, you're going to miss it. Don't sit there and watch hours upon hours of TV. Don't sit there and scroll through your phone all day, right? I mean, honestly, listen. Do meditations. I know maybe not go for a walk is the best idea, but if you can and you can be secluded and not be around people, then yeah, okay. But use the seclusion. And if you have a family and you're at home with your family, let's talk to your family about things. It's not a time to be so bottled up. It's not a time to be so, in yourself, but it is a time to work. Let's get to work. And this is also a complementary energy to the Knight of Coins as well. Let's be productive. Let's make things happen. I love this Eight of Coins, you guys. This card came out like crazy in March. It was like every single sign got the Eight of Coins. And now I'm seeing why. Because any things where you got the ball rolling last month, the beginning, at the end of February, beginning of March, it was like, let's get the ball rolling. Let's get it going. And now you see why, because those of you who took the time to build momentum, it's going to be easy to keep that momentum going now. And all this stuff becomes completely kind of irrelevant, right? It kind of becomes irrelevant because you've already got the focus, you've already got the direction going, and the universe is saying, keep it going. You don't know how it's going to pan out. You don't know what's going to come out of it. You know what I love about the Seven of Cups? Is that as strange as it may feel, like you don't have control over the outcome, and it could be a myriad of things that occur, ultimately, if you keep your head down and keep doing what you're doing and keep tapping into this creative flow that you're in, you pretty much can define this kind of outcome as whatever you want it to be. It can be that high-paying job. It can be that speaking gig. It can be that new business. It can be all of those things. This is not a time to really just ask for one thing. This is a time to ask for all the things, to ask for the love of your life, to ask for the money, to ask for that beautiful home, to ask for the job that enables you to travel. It's a time to ask. All right, this is one of the most magical times of the year. Even more so, it gives Scorpio season a run for its money, okay? Because this is Aries season. This is the beginning of all creation. So don't be afraid to ask. Because when the Tower is gone and completely destroyed, you are then free to build whatever you want. It's an empowering time, guys. No matter what is going on, it's an empowering time. So the oracle cards that came out, the thinking woman up here, It's great to be thinking. Don't forget to apply the things. Don't forget to put the things on paper. Don't forget to build the things. But your mind is going a mile a minute, and I know you're trying to find the right path. I know you're trying to figure out what the best solution is here for you, how to guide your businesses, how to guide your families, and all of that. There is just a real calm from Scorpio, I feel. It's just like Scorpio is the rock, and people are like, damn, Scorpio, how come you're so chill? Like, how come you're not feeling afraid at all? How come you're not, freaking out? Because you see. Somehow that pineal gland is kicking in and giving you that divine sight right now. Okay, and the other oracle card that came out was so applicable, the Scorpio I Transform card. And the Tower says, it's time to transform, it's time to do it, it's time to go for it. And, oh man, this is the perfect story of the phoenix rising from the ashes. What can I say? Just what it is. So let's go ahead and put this camera down. We'll pull out the comprehensive cards so y'all can see what the continued reading will look like. So I'll see you in just a sec. Thanks. Okay, Scorpio. I'm doing something just a little different than what I normally do. For these two cards here, I'm going to use the same Light Seers Tarot deck so you can, or for the clarification, and then we'll use the other Rider-Waite deck to clarify those. Okay, Two of Cups, beautiful. Eight of Cups and Eight of Swords. A lot of movement this month. I think that Mars rulership of Aries is really kicking in for Scorpio. Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups. I'm not even going to pull out another one because it doesn't get better than that. So let's just leave it there. The positivity that we talked about, right? I mean, that's really what it's all about. So for those of you who are new to my channel, what we do is we pull out these clarifiers and then we'll talk about them in the comprehensive reading. The link for that can be found in the description box down below. We normally talk for about 20 to 25 minutes in those readings, so you can get a lot more detail about things. So let's take a look here at this Tower card. This other Tower card. Any additional information that you can really gather here. Seven of Coins, Three of Wands, beautiful. I love that with a Two of Wands, and another Eight of Swords. So we got Eight of Swords twice. Take a look at this Two of Swords here. Death reversed, the rebirth component of death. Ten of Wands. And World reversed. Okay, makes sense. The world is upside down. Yes, it is. Okay, Nine of Wands. Star. Perfect for Mars coming into Aquarius. Fourth house for you guys. Oh, that's a lot of cards. We'll take them though, just because they came out all together, so it just is what it is. Normally I don't like to pull out too many cards, but it's fine. Nine of Coins. Another Two of Wands. It's all about how you choose to perceive what's happening. Even if you did lose your job, even if there was a dip in your money, even if your partner is struggling, there's always a choice on how to perceive it. Another Eight of Coins. Totally not surprised by that. Okay, Empress. I'm definitely feeling a leadership quality coming out from that Empress. Not really liking how she's leading right now. It doesn't, I know it. I said it could be a feminine person. If it's not an actual woman type of person, that's okay. This is someone who's just a little bit caught in the wind here. How many did I pull out? Two? Did one more for that. Oh, I did pull out 4. Oh, well, it's fine. All right. Oh, another Temperance, double peace, double balance, double moderations, Ace of Wands. There's the new endeavor for you guys. 2 of Cups reversed. Let's take a look at the 8 of Coins, 4 of Cups, 6 of Coins, 10 of Swords, there has to be some acceptance of what you are and are not in control of. 2 of Swords. Okay. And then a 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So this is where we'll pick up in the comprehensive. If you want to join, you are more than welcome. Link will be in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing Aries season and maximize it to the best of its best. And that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.